Winnie the Pooh and the Tiger. One morning, Winnie the Pooh was on his way to visit his friend Piglet. Although Pooh's head was stuffed with fluff, he was a cheerful fellow. As he walked along through the woods, he was humming a song to himself. Pooh did not look where he was going, so all of a sudden, someone bounced into him. Pooh found himself flat on the ground, and Tiger was sitting on his tummy. "Hello, Pooh," said Tiger. "It's a fine day for bouncing." Tiger helped Pooh get up. "Thank you, Tiger," said Pooh. "I was just thinking it's a fine day for going to visit Piglet." "I was on my way to see Rabbit," said Tiger, "but I will come along with you." And Tiger bounced away. Tiger bounced on ahead of Pooh. He bounced so fast and he bounced so far that he bounced right into Piglet. "Tiger, you scared me!" cried Piglet. "I'm sorry," said Tiger, and he helped Piglet get up. "Now I'm off to see Rabbit," said Tiger. "Why don't you and Pooh come with me?" And away he bounced again. Tiger bounced into Rabbit's garden. The rabbit was busy counting his carrots. Suddenly, Tiger bounced on top of him. "Hello there, Rabbit," said Tiger. "Tiger, you're a pest!" cried Rabbit. When Pooh and Piglet reached the garden, they helped Rabbit to his feet. Rabbit was very angry at Tiger. "Why are you always so bouncy?" he cried. "Bouncing is what I do best," Tiger said, and he began to sing. "The wonderful thing about tigers is tigers are wonderful things. Their tops are made of rubber, their tails are made of springs. They're bouncy, bouncy, flouncy, bouncy, full of fun, fun, fun. The most wonderful thing about tigers is I'm the only one." By the time Tiger bounced away, Rabbit's whole garden was ruined. And later that day, Rabbit came up with a splendid idea for unbouncing Tiger. So he told Pooh and Piglet about it. "We will take him on a long explore and leave him in the woods," said Rabbit. "When we go back to get him next morning, Tiger will not be so bouncy." "That is a splendid idea," said Piglet. "What do you think, Pooh?" But Pooh was sitting in a cozy chair and he had fallen fast asleep. So Piglet poked him. "I think it's a splendid idea," said Pooh after Piglet told him all about it. So the very next day, Rabbit, Pooh, and Piglet took Tiger into the woods. "When we come back to get Tiger tomorrow, the bounces will be all gone. He'll be a sad tiger, a sorry tiger, a rabbit. I'm so glad to see you, Tiger." Tiger bounced farther and farther away. He didn't know about Rabbit's idea to leave him in the woods. So the three friends found a hollow log. "Quick, hide inside," said Rabbit, and they climbed into the log. Tiger soon came back to look for them. "Hello? Hello? Hello?" he called, but no one answered. So Tiger stood on top of the log and he called to his friends again, but still they didn't answer. "They must be lost," Tiger thought, and he bounced away to find them. As soon as the tiger was out of sight, Rabbit, Pooh, and Piglet started home. After a while, they came to a sandpit. "Something is wrong," said Piglet. "Nonsense, just keep walking," said Rabbit. Soon, they came to the sandpit again. "I believe we're lost," said Pooh. "We have been looking for home, but we keep finding the sandpit. Maybe if we start looking for the sandpit, we will find our way home." "I'm sure I know the way," said Rabbit. You two wait here and I'll find it. So Pooh and Piglet waited for Rabbit. They waited and waited and waited, but Rabbit did not come back. At last, Pooh took Piglet's hand. "Let's follow my tummy," said Pooh. "Whenever I get hungry for honey, my tummy leads me home." Sure enough, Pooh's tummy found the way. Just as they came out of the woods, Tiger bounced into them. "Oh, Tiger," said Pooh, "Rabbit is lost in the woods." "Tiger never get lost. I'll go back to find him." And he bounced away. Meanwhile, Rabbit was all alone in the darkest part of the woods. He was very, very lost. Every time he looked around, he thought he saw someone watching him. He heard all sorts of scary sounds. Then Rabbit heard someone creeping in the bushes. "Help, Pooh! Help, Piglet!" He shouted, and suddenly he was bounced to the ground. "Tiger, I am so glad to see you," he said. And Tiger led Rabbit out of the woods. Poor Rabbit! His splendid idea for unbouncing Tiger had not worked out very well. And then bright and early the next morning, Tiger went to Kanga's house. Kanga was busily sweeping the yard. "May I take Roo for a walk with me?" asked Tiger. "Of course, dear," said Kanga. As Tiger bounced along, Roo rode in his back. "Can tigers climb trees?" asked Roo. "That's what tigers do best," said Tiger. "I will show you." Tiger found a tall tree, and he bounced from branch to branch. He bounced up. "Woohoo, Tiger!" squealed Roo. He bounced higher. "Woo, Tiger!" Roo squealed again. He kept bouncing higher and higher. Soon, they were near the top of the tree. When Tiger looked down, he was very scared. "How did this tree get so high?" he cried. "Isn't it fun?" said Roo. "No, I forgot to tell you, tigers can climb down," answered Tiger. "Hooray!" squealed Roo. "We'll stay here forever." Just at that moment, Pooh and Piglet came by. They happened to look up at the tree. "Piglet, there's a jaguar," he whispered. "Are jaguars fierce animals?" cried Piglet. "I'm not really sure. Let's walk a bit closer and see," said Pooh. When Pooh and Piglet reached the tree, they saw Tiger and Roo near the top. "Hello, Tiger is stuck," called Roo. "Don't worry, Tiger. We'll get Christopher Robin. I'll think of a way to rescue you," called Pooh. Before long, Christopher Robin appeared. He ran to the tree with Rabbit and Kanga. "I do hope Tiger has learned his lesson," said Rabbit. "Maybe he'll stop bouncing now." Christopher Robin took off his coat. He told everyone to hold onto a corner so Roo could jump into it. After Roo came tumbling down, Christopher Robin called up Tiger. "Now it's your turn to jump," he said. "Tigers don't jump, they bounce. But if I ever get down from here, I promise never to bounce again," said Tiger. "Did you all hear that? He promised to stop bouncing," Rabbit said. Tiger closed his eyes and let go of the tree. Down, down, and down he fell. He landed on the coat with such a thump that everyone fell backward. Tiger was happy to be down that he started to bounce. But Rabbit held up his hand. "No bouncing, Tiger. You promised never to bounce again," he said. "That's right, I did," Tiger said. And Tiger began to walk away. Without his bounces, he was a very sad tiger indeed. Roo watched his unhappy friend. "I like the old bouncy tiger better," he said. "So do I, dear," said Kanga. "So do I," said Pooh and Piglet. Everyone looked at Rabbit. Well, so do I guess, said Rabbit. And all of a sudden, Tiger came bouncing back. Do you really mean it, Rabbit? He cried. May I have my bounces back? Yes, I really mean it, said Rabbit. Hooray, said Tiger. And off he bounced, happy to be his bouncy old self again.